The deep sea isn't just full of mysterious creatures, it's also swimming with questions about who exactly can teach you how to work down there. And let's just say, it's not the bloke who once saw a particularly large goldfish.
Theodore, you're spot on. After we navigated through Law 9 of 2026 and marvelled at CEDIFOP's revelations about ISO certifications trouncing private titles, we're now tackling the question that keeps underwater professionals up at night. Who is actually authorised to teach what's arguably the most dangerous job on the planet? Spoiler, it's certainly not someone relying on a lifeguard certificate and a dubious tale about that time they saw a giant clownfish.
Exactly. In a sector as rigidly regulated as this, the answer can't just be your grandma's got some experience. It absolutely must be in black and white, laid out in a public act. And that's where a little Sicilian gem comes into play, one everyone's rather envious of.
Ah, yes. Thanks to Sicilian Regional Law 07/2016 and DPRS 31/2018, Sicily has unveiled the Telematic Register of Industrial Diving. It's not merely a list of names. It's essentially the diving instructor's official identity card. If you're teaching a regulated course, you simply must be on it. This registry, we should remember, is managed by the Department of Labour.
You must be on it, and you must hold a qualification equal to or even higher than the one you're teaching. You can't be instructing someone for an IDSA Level 3 offshore if your personal best involves fishing for stones in a bucket, to be perfectly clear.
Precisely. If you're teaching a specific level, you need to be a professional already registered and qualified for that very level. It's like expecting an F-16 pilot to be trained by someone whose main mode of transport is a kick scooter.
And what happens in regions where this kind of training isn't properly tracked? It's the underwater Wild West up there. Anyone, perhaps with recreational certifications from some diving center or with foreign experiences completely unrelated to IDSA standards, just improvises as an industrial instructor. We're talking about people not enrolled in the register, who don't even have the requirements to enroll, like a simple occupational technical supervisor, only registered at the Port Authority.
It's a bit like letting someone operate on you because they watched a YouTube tutorial. At CEDIFOP, transparency isn't just a buzzword, it's a creed. Every student has the absolute right and, dare I say, the duty to verify that their instructor is listed in the public register. If your teacher isn't traceable, your final certificate, my friends, is worth about as much as a monopoly bill.
A sodden monopoly bill at that. But let's take an evolutionary leap. As we've discussed with the diver medic, the true frontier is the certification of skills. A teacher who, beyond being on the register, also boasts a UNI CEI EN ISO IEC 17024 certification for offshore levels.
It means an external body hasn't just poked its nose into what they know, but also how they teach it. That's the icing on the cake of rigour, and it's the standard of excellence that Law 9 of 2026 aims to extend across all of Italy, drawing inspiration from this very Sicilian seriousness.
But why all this severity, Eloise? Couldn't they be a bit more easygoing? Like, come on, take a little spin. What's the harm?
No, Theodore, because in underwater work, a didactic error isn't an oopsie. It's a mortal danger for the student on the job site. Regulated training guarantees that knowledge truly passes from certified professionals to future professionals. It's not an exchange of tricks of the trade picked up at the pug, but scientific training on procedures, laws and safety. Full stop.
And CEDIFOP's teaching method is no less impressive. The teacher's qualification doesn't just sit there gathering dust. It translates into daily monitoring. We're talking about an 8-step operational system, from scuba to surface, right up to site management and standby. Every single minute spent in the water is meticulously weighed and compared with the class average.
Yes, thanks to continuous control software, the teachers tell you immediately if you're not pulling your weight. If your timing is insufficient, they help you to cover during the process. There are no nasty surprises at the end. You have to earn your passing grade every single day with your own skin, not with some last-minute cramming.
And if, despite the master's support, you remain below the minimum threshold and more than 2 steps, the regulation is an impenetrable wall. You simply aren't admitted to the exams. It's the market's guarantee. Whoever graduates from CEDIFOP has the numbers, the minutes, and the skin truly ready for the industry, not just a day trip to the local pool.
Don't entrust your future to those who cannot prove their qualification in a state register. Demand teachers enrolled in the register. Instructors who have already passed the same rigorous checks you'll eventually face. In our next episode, we'll delve into why the UNI 11366 standard isn't a magic shield in front of a judge, citing the Criminal Cassation Sec. 4, number 33233 of 1602/2022, which established it cannot replace Article 92 of Legislative Decree number 81 of 2008. Professionalism is built from the roots, and those roots are your teachers, as CEDIFOP continually reminds us.
Share this episode with anyone you think would find this deep dive illuminating.